it's Kori. So today I'm going to talk about all about my experience at the beauty pop-up shop here in Wichita. They are here Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This video with everything included in me is hopefully coming out on Sunday, so hopefully it's Sunday when you're watching this. I went to this on Saturday, and so I tried to like in secret kind of just like record what was going on. I didn't get like a full like room view because I didn't want them to yell at me. I didn't want them to be like, do you have everyone that in here's permission to record them? No, so I wasn't trying to like deal with that. I just got like little clips of things, and I feel like I have a lot of opinions on the whole experience. And then it is 9 o'clock at night, Saturday. Went today at 2 o'clock, went at like 2:30. I'm gonna edit tonight all I can. I'm gonna edit tomorrow, but also just kind of spending time with Carolyn. So actually doing a look with the products I got, I'm gonna do tomorrow, and that's just gonna be like me using them. I'm gonna like not talk, I'm just gonna like do it and maybe just have like a little bit of like words to go with it, but not like an actual like tutorial, but just showing you the hopefully that I picked out some quality products, hopefully. So let's just talk about it. This is what it looked like.
Woke up feeling like I just might run for president, even if there ain't no precedent. Switching up the messaging, I'm about to add a little estrogen. Buy my whip, by myself, pay my rent, by myself. Only exes that I care about are in my chromosomes. I don't really need you, I'm Macaulay Culkin, home alone. Bam, touch diamonds in my collarbone. Yeah, yeah, buy my whip, by myself, pay my rent, by myself. Sugar, spice, and I'm nice, show me what you made of. Crazy, sexy, cool, baby, with or without makeup. Got nothing to prove, but I'ma show you how I do. Put me up in Magic City, bustin' hundreds by the bands, and I throw it like a dog, throw it like a dog. Hanging out the 750, feeling bossy in my city, 'cause I run it like a dog, run it like a dog. My femininity, I make these boys get on their knees. Now watch me do it, watch me do it. Look it, I'ma do it like a girl, like a girl, like a girl. Shaka Khan through the fire like the kerosene. Lauryn Hill told me everything is everything. Serena Williams showed me I can win the Wimbledon.
Okay, so as soon as you walk in, it's like in a hotel. I don't know if you've ever been to like hotel conventions, but for some ironic reasons, like I've been to things like that before, like with my mom when she like sold Posh. So I've been to them. You go in, not that it was a smaller room, it's just like a lot of stuff. So it made the room look small, and it's like set up in rows, and it goes all the way around, set up in rows. Cashier right when you walk into your left, makeup artist all the way back in the right, and then there was 3 employees working it, like the floor for all these people in there. So when you walk in, there's skincare first, then lips, tools in the back, hair tools, perfume, face products like your blushes. I really don't ever see that many contour kits. Yeah, so blushes, and then eyeshadows, and then lashes like on the end caps. So that's kind of like the logistics setup. We walked in, inside I went around like the skincare. There was a couple skincare items I wanted, but I didn't end up getting, and to prove a point, I did buy stuff, but I didn't end up buying any skincare. And I'll just say this, and I was like telling Carolyn, and she didn't really agree or disagree if my logic made sense, but with skincare, I put it on and then I go to bed. And so in my mind, I was like, if I put this on, and then I won't know that I have a reaction until the next day, and then my face is like puffed up. So just not knowing the brands, not knowing the expiration of those products, I really just didn't feel comfortable getting the skincare. I really did want to try. There was an eye cream I wanted to try, and then there was an exfoliator I wanted to try. I really did want to get them because they demoed this little exfoliator on my wrist, and my wrist actually still feels really soft for it. But I was really nervous for skincare just because like that just sits on your skin overnight without being able to monitor it. So I got no skincare. On the signs, if you'll kind of see, the skincare was the first place I saw, and I thought they were doing is they would put like a full price versus our price, but it wasn't saying that. It just said like $40 versus $12. So I thought like what it was showing is the things on the left were $40 and things on the right of that sign were $12, but that's not what they were saying. Is like this is what a full price item is, but this is our dupe of that price. So they had dupes like all throughout there, and I show some of those, and I have a lot of thoughts and opinions on those. So trying to keep my thoughts in order. I feel like in my mind if I just like go around the room. So that was my thoughts on the skincare. So then we got to let's say we got to the lips. We'll just go there because there's nothing really that like stood out to me. There was like a lot of loose pigments, but I just didn't get any, to be honest. Didn't really look at them. So we're just gonna skip the loose pigments. Ton of loose pigments, just didn't think about them. So we'll move to the lips. So they had a ton of lip products. Number one, they wanted like for Wet n Wild tubes, but not Wet n Wild brand. They wanted $8. And so I'm sorry, I didn't know the brand. With packaging like this, I can go pay $1. I wasn't gonna buy it. So instantly, next, I was done with that. But then I show it. They had like some extremely old lipsticks from NYX, like that style of tubing I have not seen. I've been in this for a while now, like obsessively, so I had not seen that tubing, so I knew that stuff was like old. So then I was like, that was like the first row, so I was like, are we about to be in all old makeup? That's what this is, like all old makeup, which is like, I know at like flea markets and stuff they sell old makeup, but I'm like, this is supposed to be like, you're trying to like brand yourself, like this better not all be old ass makeup. So I obviously didn't get those, but I just thought that was like very comical how old those lipsticks look. And even some of the packaging of the lipsticks, like the outside casings were dirty, and I was like, this is first row, we are not doing good, like this is not happening. I'm only gonna say this about the makeup artist in the back because that person was hired on. I don't know their skills at all, but I did have to run over there to grab baby wipe because they had nothing to like all your swatches, literally stained pink. They had nothing for you to clean your hands off. So I was like, some people were like using the tablecloths that the product on to wipe their hands off because that's all there was. And I was like, no, I'm gonna use something else. So I went over to the makeup artist. She was doing someone's makeup and I just like bloop, bloop, and pulled 2 baby wipes and just walked around with my baby wipes and cleaned my hands off and did things the whole time. But when I was over there, I didn't record it because I just like, I don't know the makeup artist. I literally know nothing about them. The area that makeup artist was in looked filthy. Like filthy in the sense that so many products had been used on so many people. Like I couldn't tell which was a clean brush, which wasn't, like which was or wasn't. And I was like, that's a little concerning. I wouldn't want anything on my face over there. Like I want anything touching my face over there. So that's all I'll say about that makeup artist. It wasn't really cool, like little ring light with a little backdrop setup, but like the actual application site of where things were going, I wanted absolutely no part of that. So done with that. Okay, keep moving down the aisles. Super excited. This was the first thing that I got, and Carolyn gets credit because she's found it. I wanted one of these giant powder puffs so badly for so freaking long because when I do clients' makeup, I've always just like wanted to have this on my hand while I'm doing the makeup. So this is touching their face rather than my skin. I just feel like this is gonna be more forgiving if I happen to bump their face. I don't like lay my hand on their face, but I wanted and searched every makeup store we go into, Riley Rose, even like when we go into like random like Forever 21 makeup selections, like Ulta doesn't have these. Like I searched forever and I was so excited to find that. So extra large makeup puff. So that's where their tools are at. They had that. They had tweezers, the little eyelash things to put them together. That was like nothing fancy. You go down, there was nail polishes that looked really old. Gonna move on with that. Honestly, like I'm not trying to roast, but like that just kind of really was a theme, and I like captured a blush on there that was just like the compact. Everything just like looked really old. Like besides eyeshadow palettes, everything just looked very, very, very old style, late 90s, early 2000s compacts, tubings. Like, so I don't know. Okay, gonna keep moving on. Then you go down the next aisle and what was there? It got really packed at one point and I just like stood there like this. And Carolyn got through. I was like, I'm just gonna wait until they quit going around me. Because like literally I would like grab something, like here's me picking it up and other people would be like, to grab all the other ones. So I was literally having to like, if I wanted to get something, I would tell Carolyn, hold this. And then I would take the tester and do the tester. But I would have, if I wanted it, I had one saved for Carolyn to hold on to. It was like Black Friday in there. It was ridiculous. I'm not remembering what the next aisle is. So we're just going to fast forward on. So there's lashes on it, like on the end caps. And I did get some lashes because they actually did look really nice. Cara Beauty. I told Carolyn, I was like, the Cara Beauty brand, I don't know why, but it looks so familiar to me. So I'm going to have to see if I follow them on Instagram because that brand just like literally looks familiar. These literally look just like Ardell or Kiss lashes. Come on. So they had these. They had a whole bunch of different styles. Very little in difference. These ones, one are like all length, and this one is like tapered length. So I got 2 different styles. For lashes, they claimed all of their lashes there are all real human hair. There's no way this is real human hair. I promise you that. This right here looks exactly like these plastic lashes I have on right here, which is fine. I'm good with that. But so 2 lashes. Then, because I'm not remembering what like a whole section was and they're really crowded, they started having, and I like got excited, but then I got like sad because there was a lot of eyeshadow palettes, like 1, 2, 3 rows, like front and back. But like I said, I was swatching everything, and I felt like for me in palettes, a pink, like a hot fuchsia pink, it either is chalky or it has the payout, the blendability, the pigment. So I was like, pink is going to be the color that I pick in every single palette to choose if it's like actually going to work for me. If that color works, I'm going to pick then I'm going to pick a shimmer, and then if that works, I'm like, okay, then I want this palette. And so when I was just kind of going through, if a palette stood out to me, that's what I would do. I would grab the pink, swatch it, we're not working out, or yeah, we're working out, okay, now let me grab a shimmer, and that's how I would decide if I wanted it. So that's why I'm stained pink, because I just feel like pinks are some of the hardest colors to make and like show the true color that you're wanting on there. So that was my thinking. So we start down that aisle, and again, that whole dupe thing is all going on. They like claim to have dupes for, there were so many. Modern Renaissance, ABH, the Naked Heat, the very freaking original ones, Huda. There's literally a whole line of Morphe knockoffs. Like literally every major brand you could think of that is like big right now, they had a dupe for it. So they claimed, or like it had, some of them had the same color story. Some of them, and the ones that, honestly, the ones that didn't have a little photo above it, those are the ones that truly actually looked like the palette. Their Subculture was another one. But the ones that did have the photo of like ours versus theirs, those ones, and when you would actually like look at it, you're like, that looks nothing like that. Said that multiple times. Like, I don't know why they're comparing those two. And then the other thing I pointed out was they would like show this versus that, and then they would have a picture like of like someone like showing off a look. And one girl, I don't know her name, I follow her on YouTube. She's not super active, but she does like crazy good looks when she does do them, so that's why I follow her. But her photo is being used on the like them versus their prices, and I was like, she has no idea, like they're using her for advertisement for a dupe palette that's literally not that dupe palette. That was interesting. What else do I have to say about the eyeshadows? Just a lot. Swatch them. Some fail, some were successes. I was happy with some. Obviously I bought some. The Morphe ones. Okay, the Morphe ones. I didn't buy any of the Morphe ones. I literally could go 35O, 35OS, the one that was before James Charles, that rainbow color palette. Like, I was literally able to go down the line and like name them because they were literally identical to Morphe palettes that are all but like one still exist. But the kicker was they had them for $20. That's like literally the price if you would just go to Morphe. Just go to Morphe. It didn't make any sense to me. And I really didn't see anybody like grabbing those like crazy. And then Carolyn felt, I didn't really spend too much time on them because at that point I was like, it was like our last stop. But then Carolyn felt on the very end of like our little line. I just didn't get it. I don't understand. I went in with the idea that it was going to be small brands, indie brands, just brands that don't have the platform that your Anastasia, your Too Faced, your Morphe, like that's what I thought. But really it ended up being whoever Beauty Creations is and whoever Cara Beauty is, and the other one that I kept seeing was this More Us, whoever they are, that's who it was. And then just a whole bunch of, honestly, some pretty bad dupes. Like there were some dupes for some ColourPops, and ColourPop palettes are $6. $6, okay? And then theirs, I believe, were $8 for a dupe of ColourPop. Go buy the ColourPop. I didn't buy it. I did get this one, because like I said, I did find eyeshadows I liked, but there was a lot more eyeshadows I didn't like versus actually liked. So this is the Hey Babe More Us, or More Is, I don't know, there's a little heart above the U. I do not remember there being this many shimmers, but oh well. So this one should have been $8. I'm gonna say that, and then we'll speak on it in a moment. At least I'm gonna speak on it in a moment. Pinks, orange, yellows, shimmers, and mattes. I don't know why, I just like really liked it. I really should sit here and swatch like one color for you. I'll swatch roller coaster. My finger's already stained. I'm trying to feel what is on my hand that is like, feels like Vaseline. That is the shade Roller Coaster. So very pigmented and very buildable. Definitely reminds me of a pressed pigment, and I feel like the back of this really should say don't put in your eye, but I don't know if this brand actually takes the steps to say that. I'm looking for the little eye with the line through it. It says it's cruelty free. Avoid direct contact with eyes. Keep out of children. So does that mean like your actual eyeball or your eyelid? Don't know. But I got that one, so that one just stood out to me. And I will say that absolutely every eyeshadow palette, not all the other stuff, every eyeshadow palette had extremely cute packaging. I will give them that. Carolyn was like, you better put down a ton of protection when you are doing a look with these, because they stain so much. And I don't know if that's just the pressed pigment in them, if that is whatever horrible ingredient I'm about to put on my eyes for y'all, but it is. This was the other one that was like in the very back, and there was actually a line from this La Chica, I'm not even gonna try to say it, but we're just gonna call it La Chica. This brand, they had a purple one, they had a teal one, and they had like a green one, I think was the other one. And I actually really liked the teal one, but the blendability was not as there as this purple one was. The purple one was crazy good. Like I was shooketh. This bottom half actually kind of reminds me of the So Pretty Kylie Jenner. Isn't this like, so it's huge. We have, oh, it's all in Spanish, the colors, which is themed like that, and I'm pretty sure all the palettes are themed like that, so I'm not gonna be able to get it right. I'm gonna swatch this purple for you. Miente? Don't know what that means. Crazy good. It's one. And you can definitely see patchiness right there, but I've talked about with pressed pigments, which I really feel like these are, they work so much better on the eye, which is so much different than doing with your finger, but putting the color on there and then blending them out. So I'm very excited for that palette. And then that palette was my most expensive one, and it was $20. Oh, it says it's by Cara Beauty. I see it up top now. Then I didn't look at any of the Hot Tools. I do need a new curling iron, but I'm dead set. My curling iron that broke, and I'm dead set on getting the curling iron that broke because I love that curling iron, so I just want to replace one with that curling iron. I don't want a new, brand new one. There's perfume. If you know, I don't wear perfume. I don't like perfume. I don't like how it makes my skin feel, so I didn't look at that. But there was a very, very small collection of highlighters, and the highlighters promised to be a dupe of the Glow Kits, which your girl has 2 of these. I don't know which one this one claims to be, but these claim to be a dupe. They had a little dupe photo of that, and I was telling Carolyn, I was like, I legit was so sad because I really think this one's supposed to be the dupe for that one. The similarities, obviously much bigger, more product, but so many similarities. But I was telling Carolyn, these ones swatch phenomenal. Shocked and amazed by this highlight palette here, but there's like multiples of these, so they had a second one of these with different colors, 4 colors. 3 of them sucked so bad, awful, nothing there, couldn't see it. The 4th color was blinding. I was like, if I could buy this single pod right here, I would just buy this only pod, but I'm not about to buy this 4 pod with only 1 pod working well. These are absolutely gorgeous. Hello, do you see that? I mean, I know you do. This is one swatch shot. Put them all on. So beautiful. Probably the best dupe that I found there was this highlight palette. Beauty Creations again, Scandalous Glow. And this palette is $8. Recorded it when I was scanning and have that on video. Lay that out there because I have some opinions, because I'm about to get into, I've been spilling all kinds of opinions and factual, not even opinions, they are facts about this. But I'm getting ready to get into some tea right here about this. Aza, not the time. So let's talk about 2 things. I have a screenshot. I pray with everything. Literally, if it is somehow not on my phone anymore, suspect. Somebody asked them, what brands do you have? And they like, I don't remember what other brands they said, but I specifically remember they said Anastasia Beverly Hills. And so Carol and I were talking, like, what are you going into this for? Like, what are you looking for? And I was like, my hopes, my standards are low, but I am specifically looking for Anastasia Beverly Hills because I want to see what in the world they have. Well, we found it. It was that cream contour kit that I showed in the beginning. That thing is so old. You can literally go to Marshall's, TJ Maxx. This point, you can go to Ross at this point maybe to get that cream contour kit. I don't even remember what the price was. I don't, but I was just like stunned that that's what they were advertising for having on hand for Anastasia Beverly Hills. One product. But they have the audacity to put on their Facebook that they have Anastasia Beverly Hills as one of the items they are selling, one of the brands they offer. No. So there's that. That's my first tea. My second tea, I had a 13. It just slipped. So hopefully it comes back to me. My second tea is Homegirl. Okay, the girl in all the videos.
Hi everyone, it's Courtney, owner of the Beauty Pop-Up, and we're bringing all your favorites from eyeshadow palettes, glitters, primers, setting sprays, lashes, brush sets, nail polishes, skincare, hair tools, and even perfumes. This is your one-stop pop-up shop. We'll be here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. We're open to the public, free entry, cash and cards are accepted, and kids are welcome. Let us spoil you and your friends with a free lip gloss or eyeshadow. Just make sure to like the page and share the event.
She's there. She is live in person. She is a real person, okay? She checks you out so fast. This is my third tea discernment. It goes kind of with this one. She checks you out so fast. She's like, and she's just spitting off numbers. I'm just doing one of those, trying to figure out what the hell I just paid for, because I wasn't keeping, like, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm willing to pay that. Yeah, I'm willing to pay that when I was going around the store, but I wasn't like taking an itemized freaking count or writing down my freaking order, because I thought, you know, there is a barcode. I thought if they're traveling around the world, they actually have an itemized, like, POS system. No, just, that's your total. Okay, so when you rush me, I can't think. Like, Carolyn freaking knows this. I can't think, and it just doesn't happen for me, okay? So she said, your total is $45. And I was like, okay, sounds good. Take the card, go. Because, again, there's no itemization. There's no real receipt. Like, I can't look down a screen to see, like, yep, that's what I paid for. She does that. Then she decides when she swipes my card to show me there's tax, which is fine. I'll pay my tax. Because she made it very clear. I'm trying to swat at these dogs so they'll freaking stop. She made it very clear the IRS was in there earlier. Suspect. Why is IRS knocking at your door? Your hotel door. Don't even need a key to get in. Okay, so there's tax, fine, whatever. So I'm sitting there and I was like, I don't know if Carolyn noticed it. Probably Carolyn. She knows the numbers more than me. Carolyn was like, something's not off. Like, that's not the price it should have been. Like, she overcharged you. And I was like, she overcharged me what? At this point, I'm already driving down the road. Okay, so I was like, well, it's $2, it's $2. But then I got fixated on, like, no, like, it was this price. It should have been this price. Like, what did she overcharge me on? So, like, I added it up. And I have videos of everything, pretty much. Like, there's one thing that doesn't have video on, but the thing we didn't video, Carolyn actually Googled. So we have Google history of us Googling the item to, like, verify, like, is this worth the price? So she upcharged me $2, which $2 is $2. And Carolyn made a really good point. Every person that goes in there, upcharge them by $2, and she's going, checking out. Nobody's gonna catch it because it's not itemized. Swipes your cards, then you're out the door because there's a giant line behind you. There's a little freaking dog walking around that nobody knows why this freaking dog is walking around. So you're just kind of flustered and, like, rushed. $2, even just if you just go off of the $2 and the thousand people that said they were going on their Facebook for the Wichita event, that's $2,000 extra money right there that nobody even knows about. It could have been an honest mistake. It could have been an honest math mistake. Could have been purposeful. Giving her the benefit of the doubt, I did look up their like website. They have an actual website where they sell like half of this stuff, and one of these products they have listed at $2 higher. So I was like, maybe she went off her online price versus her in real price. Don't know, but it was suspect. So I'm not gonna lie, I did send her a message and just kind of said, hey, just FYI, you upcharged me $2. I don't know if it was on purpose or on accident, but just to be aware, like, you have all these people going through, you have non itemized items. There's no sale price on anything once you get up in the line, and there's no real receipt. It's just like an email that says like you spent this much. Like it's not, again, it's not itemized on what I bought and what I spent. Just wanted to bring it to your attention, and I sent a photo of what I bought. So I think she's gonna pull the card like, oh, so sorry it happened. Like I was like just quick rush going off our online prices. Or she's gonna claim something actually was the price, like $2 more, and I'm like, actually, honey, I got video footage. Even though I wasn't really sure if I was supposed to be like vlogging in there, like I said, but I just thought that was kind of suspect. But I was talking to Carolyn, like they literally would have no idea if somebody stole from them. None. We were talking about like they probably have if they even do, they have a inventory count when the event starts, and they have an inventory count when it ends, and hopefully it matches their revenue count. And if it doesn't, then they know they are robbed, but they don't know they were robbed of, because there's literally, they do not scan anything out. Homegirls just scan it by ya. Nothing's itemized. And I just sound like I'm creating a business plan and saying itemized for the 6th time. But I mean, just logistically, like if you're trying to make the most bang for your buck with your traveling makeup shop, protect your goods. Like I'm trying to help you. And then if you literally, like she was complaining to the customer in front of you about IRS being in there, and then me, the next customer, you upcharge me $2, it looks suspect, honey. I'm just saying. So that's what I have to say on that. Not too much. My other last thing is they said that if you like, share, subscribe, say you were going, give them your kidney, that you could get an eyeshadow and a lip gloss. And I talked about this in my live, is that they were saying that, but they didn't say it was with a purchase. But like literally the only way you could have got that is if you made a purchase, because they did it after. So she takes your phone and she's moving so freaking fast, y'all don't even understand. I wish I could have recorded her, okay? And she's a tiny little thing, so she's burning all kinds of calories at all points. So she does it. She's like, go ahead and give me a review. Hands it back to me. No. This is a review right here, honey. I'll add this link to their page. So petty. So she's like, you can go pick out a lip gloss or an eyeshadow. And I was like, it literally says lip gloss and eyeshadow because I did all 12 things they wanted me to do. It's a liquid eyeshadow. Tackier than tacky gets. I didn't even verify if it was even closed. The packaging, you can't even really tell. They all look like this. The packaging, you can barely tell what color it is. It says ceremony on the bottom. The testers were all over. These tubes were like literally just thrown like that, like all over. People were like grabbing in for them Black Friday style. And I was just like, I'm just gonna take this one. And it said and a lip gloss. There was these little roller balls, which is like literally so 90s, which is why I grabbed it. Because I just loved that. So it had these little roller balls. And I was like, no, she said or. But the thing that I literally showed her said and, so I'm going with the and. So I grabbed this because it was literally in the same section of like the free stuff you could grab. So I didn't intentionally steal if she thought I was stealing, or if I guess I did steal. I was not trying to do that, but literally the post said, if you do this and this, you get an eyeshadow and a lip gloss. And I did that, and so I should get these, okay? Legally. Don't send the IRS to me. So I just got this little lip balm, this little lip roller. I totally forgotten about these until ColourPop came out with one with Ola Chola, Becky G, and their collab. It's sticky. It's a little shiny. I wish it would have been like super glossy. I would have been really excited about that. And it's orange scented. That's all my opinion. There was a lot. You probably should have sat down with something to eat because I was just serving it. I'm trying to think of anything else to say. That was my mic drop. I will end on this. I'm just gonna give you a little look after this. Will I attend if they come back next year? Probably. Honestly, because I would want to see if it's still the same products, genuinely. Because like I said, I think it is a lot of old products. Not the eyeshadows. Eyeshadows looked very new, but everything else looked very old. So I think I would go back to see if it is the exact same stuff, and I would go back to see if they would ever start itemizing their stuff to save themselves some money. I'm looking out for their business plan. I'm trying to get their business some growth. They sent me some like hashtag women empower women with something that was their like automatic response back to me. I'm trying to empower them, okay? So that's everything. I hope you enjoyed this. It won't be out in time for you to go attend it. Like I said, they have a website if you would like to go buy something. After all these negativeness I've been talking, I have said some positive things. But thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and bye potatoes. So I'm gonna do a look. I'm only really showing you when I use those products. I don't feel like you need to see me doing everything else because that's what this video is about. The only thing that I 100% regret right now is I like went to go put my concealer on and I was like, I should have not done anything except my eyes to start because I have no idea the fallout that is about to happen. So I have a ton of baking powder down here and I hope that if something falls, it'll catch it. So we'll see. Sit back and enjoy.
Put me on pedestal, bet on me, that I will. Sugar, spice, and I'm nice. Show me what you're made of. Crazy, sexy, cool, baby, with the Woke up feeling like I just might run for president. Even if there ain't no precedent. Switching up the messaging. I'm about to add a little estrogen. Buy my whip, by myself. Pay my rent, by myself. Only exes that I care about are in my chromosomes. I don't really need you. I'm Macaulay Culkin, home alone. Bam, diamonds in my collarbone. Yeah, yeah. Buy my whip, by myself. Pay my rent, by myself. Sugar, spice, and I'm nice. Show me what you made of. Crazy, sexy, cool, baby, with or without makeup. Got nothing to prove, but I'll show you how I do. Find me up in Magic City, bustin' hundreds by the bands, and I throw it like a girl. Throw it like a girl. Hanging out the 750, feeling bossy in my city, 'cause I run it like a girl. Run it like a girl. It's my femininity. I'll make these boys get on their knees. Now watch me do it, watch me do it. Look it, I'ma do it like a girl. Like a girl, like a girl. Shut the kind through the fire like the kerosene. Lauryn Hill told me everything is everything. Serena Williams showed me I can win the Wimbledon. Put me on pedestal. Bet on me, bet I will. Sugar, spice, and I'm nice. Show me what you made of. Crazy, sexy, cool, baby, with or without makeup. Got nothing to prove, but I'll show you how I do. Find me up in Magic City, bustin' hundreds by the bands, and I throw it like a girl. Throw it like a girl. Hanging out the 750, feeling bossy in my city, 'cause I run it like a girl. Run it like a girl. It's my femininity. I'll make these boys get on their knees. Now watch me do it, watch me do it. Look it, I'ma do it like a girl. Like a girl. Look, so if you fight like a girl, cry like a girl, do your thing, run the whole damn world. If you feel like a girl, then you real like a girl. Do your thing, run the whole damn world. If you fight like a girl, cry like a girl, do your thing, run the whole damn world. If you feel like a girl, then you real like a girl. Do your thing, run the whole damn world. Find me up in Magic City, bustin' hundreds by the bands, and I throw it like a girl. Hanging out the 750, feeling bossy in my city, 'cause I run it like a girl. Run it like a girl. It's my femininity. These boys get on their knees. Watch me do it, watch me do it. Look it, watch me do it like a girl. Like a girl. Like a girl. Yeah. I know it's ending right there. Woke up feeling like I just might run for president. Even if there ain't no precedent. Switching up the messaging. I'm about to add a little estrogen. Buy my whip, by myself. Pay my rent, by myself. Only exes that I care about are in my chromosomes. I don't really need you. I'm Macaulay Culkin, home alone. Bam, diamonds in my collarbone. Yeah, yeah. Buy my whip, by myself. Pay my rent, by myself. Sugar, spice, and I'm nice. Show me what you made of. Crazy, sexy, cool, baby, with or without makeup. Got nothing to prove, but I'll
my finished looks using my products from the beauty pop-up shop. So just some thoughts I had while using it. Number one, this highlight palette, this is just with lighting. Like, can you imagine with like any editing or anything else? Like, that is crazy. So this is amazing. This Scandalous Glow Beauty Creations, and I said that in the beginning that this little highlight palette was amazing, so I wasn't even trying to say nothing bad about that one. Its little twin sister was not all there. This Hey Babe, when I'm like going back through it now, I'm so confused. There's literally so many shimmers. I'm so confused on why I bought this, I'm not gonna lie. I used 1, 2, 3, 4. I used 4 colors, and like you can do stuff with it, but it's gonna be a palette I have to use just solely for when I'm like wanting a certain color shimmer, because it's literally like all shimmers. But the one thing that really messed up, didn't mess up, like the look is still a good look, but what I was going for was this outer corner, and it happened in both palettes. I was wanting the outer corner to pull the eye more brown, especially with making this a more tan up here. The Mood shade is mixed in with reds, so instantly when I had the pink and then I thought I was grabbing a brown, the Mood shade instantly turned it into a burgundy, a really pretty burgundy, but turned it straight burgundy. So that happened. The shimmers were very pigmented, like literally all of that. Very pigmented, very pretty, buildable, and that was, I did not spray the brush. No, I didn't. That was just straight pan to eye. So very nice. I feel like you saw me use way more colors from this one because there's way more mattes in this one. But the same thing happened with this brown. I thought I was getting a true brown to deepen that outer corner, and it was also mixed with reds. So again, it kept just turning it more and more burgundy. And once I like swatched it and looked at the brush, I could like see the red. So the in pan, I kind of noticed that with all of the mattes, the in pan is different from when you swatch it. So if you're going for a certain color, I would just swatch it beforehand before you put it on your eye, because then you're stuck with it. I feel like with any pressed pigment, this, you see this very much so in like the James Charles palette, that patting motion, you saw me do a lot patting it on where you want it and then blending, worked out so well with this. I felt like no color really gave me an issue. Like I feel like every color I wanted, I have like on my eye where I wanted it, besides obviously the brown not being a brown. I got burgundy, but I already talked about that. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else on here. I would have just loved if there was just like a true brown. I keep saying that, but I wanted a true brown. I really felt like it would have really brought it in, and I feel like that with that bottom line being a true brown really would sort of pulled it into like not so much of like a party look, but more I could like pull it into like a more day look. But it's gonna be worn in the day. Obviously I bought these two because I already swatched them, so I wasn't expecting them to fail, but I'm really glad there like wasn't patchiness, they weren't pulling, so I'm glad that these two worked out for me. I definitely see me using this one more than this one, but that's okay. The other thing I used was the Kara Beauty eyelashes, and it says on there 100% human hair. I was so right that they claimed that. These are not 100% human hair. These are plastic as plastic get out. Like literally Barbie wants them back. That's how plastic they are. But these are number 523 black. They are great. Like they look really nice. They're very long and full. They're not full. They're lengthening. I take that back. They are not full. They are very lengthening. These are not human hair. Like literally if you were to hear it, it literally sounds like grocery bag rubbing together. So the lashes worked out great for me. I used the roller ball before we started just to moisturize my lip. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I said I was terrified of fallout, and there was literally no fallout. Like I didn't have to sweep away nothing, so that was amazing. And I did not use this liquid eyeshadow because I was not about to ruin this look with that. So that was my thoughts on this, but I am gonna throw in, even though it's kind of like this is a separate day, different day, everything going on, I told y'all I messaged the company to say you upcharged me $2. Was it on accident? Are you gonna like make it right kind of thing? They seen it, they ignored it. So I 100% think the Beauty Pop-Up Shop overcharges products, and people don't know because of the really quick checkout, and it's more way to get more revenue. So watch out on that. If you ever go, I would purposely make an intent to know what you're getting at checkout, because it is such a quick process, because I do think they throw that in there to get more money. So that's how they get their coin. That's how they get their coin. I do appreciate these palettes, so I mean, it's a win-win for them.